It's great. Okay, we're live. We are live here on the YouTube. And this YouTube channel, this is the newest channel. This is it. This is the one that it's the third one I've started. It's also the one that's probably going to end up being the biggest one because it's the one that I get to actually create the video live and I get to use my document camera and all kinds of cool stuff. So excited about the YouTube channel. And as I do that, just know that right now the primary source has been I've been working on the Facebook page and the Instagram just to get the chops up, just to practice and refine a little bit and have fun and work on the public speaking. And in reality, here's what's coming next. What's coming next is the YouTube channel. I believe YouTube's going to be bigger than all of them. So excited about this YouTube channel. Day 69 of 100 Days of Eternal Optimism. We're going to get started live here in a moment. And as we do, really, really grateful today, man. Really grateful today. Got my email all set up here. I'll explain that in a little while. All right, so I've got that. On-site agenda for the Rock Wednesday. All right. So it's 7. Let's get started. All right, we are ready. We are ready, and we are live. Okay. Good morning. Coach Matt Rincon here, your pro advisor coach and host of the Eternal Optimist podcast. And we are excited that today is day 69 of 100 Days of Eternal Optimism. And it's going to be a nice Thursday, April 27th, 2023. And today it is a glorious reunion as my wife has returned home. So we'll share a little bit about that. We'll share the Eternal Optimist podcast swag is in. So we'll share that. And then the coaching and learning lesson today, which can be applied in business, in life, in family, is going to be around setting boundaries with care. So as we begin to get started today, remember to check out the Eternal Optimist podcast on any of the podcast stations. You can also go to the YouTube channel, The Eternal Optimist, where we have the recordings live of all of the videos that we take as well. We record all of these in video format as well. So you can see the interviews, you can see the shorts that are being made as we continue to scale and continue to grow this thing each and every day and all the time. So excited about that. First, it's day 8. Day 8. Julie left last week. She left last week on Wednesday, so she was gone or she left last week on Thursday, so she was gone from Thursday morning until Wednesday night. So she was gone for a full 7 days. Full 7 days she was gone. She got back last night safely, so we got answered our prayers. She's back. That's very exciting. And now that she's back, it's great for the kids because they just absolutely love seeing her, as you can imagine. And it's great for me too because I missed her a heck of a lot. She's Julie, so missed her, right? So now let's go into the business of the day. The business of the day. Here it is. The Eternal Optimist podcast swag is in. Now, first, I want to share with you some of the stuff. It's my favorite stuff. Now, as a man, I love this. I got some good feedback on this that the female viewers listeners may not care as much for this one, but this was my favorite one. Immediately, I loved the white t-shirt. So we got the white t-shirt here of the Eternal Optimist podcast. It's nice and big. Eternal Optimist podcast right here, baby. So we got that. And you're going to see me sporting these things around town here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we got that one. I got another color one over here too. Check this out. Check this color out. We got this color as well. All right. So I like the color. It may be tougher to see the optimist part. I like the color, right? So we got that one. We've also got this particular color right here. So a fan of this one because you can see it all. So good color there. There's the t-shirts. There were a couple of bloopers, blooper t-shirts. Bloopers as in you can't see it, right? You can't see all of this easily here. Now, so this would be the one I'll probably wear around the house the most. Because I love this color, this royal blue stuff. And then over here, this is also tough to see. It's tough to see. At least I was given the feedback. It's tough to see. I kind of like this one. I think you can see it pretty good, but not everyone agreed that this one's easy to see. So those are some of the pieces of swag that came out yesterday. Hold on. We're not done yet. We got hoodies too. We got hoodies. And I'm a big hoodie person. So long sleeve hoodie. You're gonna see me constantly clad in this thing all the time. So excited about that. And there are several more of those. We got hats. We got hats. Now the immediate feedback on the hats is that the style is fantastic. The style I borrowed from the Front Row Dads, one of my favorite hats from the Front Row Dads. It's this color. It looks kind of like this, and this is the brand, whatever hat brand that was that we got it from. It's hard to see all of the Eternal Optimist podcast stuff on the hat, on this brand of hat particularly, or this color of hat. So this one's even tougher to see. This is the one that was modeled after the Front Row Dad's hat that I like so much. I wear all the time. All right, so it's tougher to see it, but we got to get the stuff produced to see it and learn from it. So this is the one that's probably easiest to see so far, is the Eternal Optimist podcast hat in this color. So I like all those. The swag is here, ready to rock. Now, let's get to the main event today, my friends. Main event. Now, the subject today was setting boundaries with care. And these boundaries might be applied in a personal setting, in a professional setting. I'm going to share the way that I came up with this today. And I want to give full credit here to Miss Julie Riesler. And Julie is someone that I've had the recent pleasure of meeting through a mutual friend, Mr. Scott Groves, who I had on my show. And I believe that Scott recently had Julie on his podcast, the On the Edge podcast with Scott Groves. Check it out. It's on YouTube. He's a phenomenal guest. He's one of the top mortgage lenders in the country. He's living out there in Las Vegas. So if you're out there in Vegas and you're looking to get mortgage lending or some advice there, reach out to Mr. Scott Groves because he's got the deals. I mean, he's the man. So Scott introduced me to Julie Riesler, Reisler, Julie Riesler. Her Facebook page is tagged here on Facebook, and I'm sure she's on Instagram. And Julie is absolutely amazing. She has a podcast. She has a book. She has a coaching company. She certifies coaches in lifestyle design coaching, something of that nature. And I just had the privilege of recently meeting her. And the reason I bring her up is because she inspired me with this next boundary that I want to work with you on here, team. Now, this is one that, for me, I had heard of before, and it's one of those things that sounds so good that, why not just try it? And then you start to think about it, and then it gets stuck in the crazy list of tasks that we have. Ever had that happen to you, where there's just so much to do? You have a great idea, you want to implement it, and then there's just so much to do. You've got so many things you're already doing, so when do you make time to do this extra thing? Well, now that Julie is home, I've got a little bit of time back. So this morning, I took some time and I made an automation and set a boundary with care in my business, right? So I want to share that with you now, and I'm full credit given to Julie Riesler for having the inspiration behind this, because when I emailed her to connect with her, I got an automatic email reply. And that automatic reply, it said, thank you for your email. Thank you for your email. And I normally check email a few times a day, and I will get back to you with 1 and 2 business days. And in the meantime, if this is a private coaching client, then I know that I've received your message. If it's anyone else, you can also reach out to my company, my team at Julie, whatnot. So, and thank you for understanding as I take a lot of care in setting the time and the boundaries to keep things professional and personal. You know what? I'm just going to read to you the email. So let me just move the iPad here for a second, because I have the email right here. And it's a really, really good one. Oh, I've gotten my first email of the day. So whoever sent that email, they have they've gotten my reply. Here is my reply. So here's what I'm sharing now, team. And it's a simple boundary. It's a simple expectation. And it's important because I'm probably getting right now fewer than I used to. I put some things in place, but I feel like if I had to nail it down, the number I'm getting is probably about 40 emails a day. If I'm getting 40 emails a day, that's 40 times that I have someone else's to-do list that's now in front of me. And my mind is trained to connect and serve clients as quickly as possible. And I've set that expectation with them too over time. And I started some number of years ago sharing with clients, with people I do business with, that I have a timeline to respond to email. So all my personal coaching clients know this. They all know that I'll be responding within either 24 or 48 hours, right? Depending on the level of service they're paying for. So here is the automatic reply email that's going out to anyone that emails me. Here's the reply. And it's an auto reply. My auto reply is on 24/7 now. Here's what it says. Thank you for your email. I typically check email a couple times a day. I'll do my best to respond within 3 business days. A quick reminder that if you need immediate assistance or for the quickest response, please text me. If you're a private coaching client, you're a priority, and please know that I received your email and you can expect a response in the timeline we discussed. I'm always working on creating healthy boundaries with my time, energy, and bandwidth, a lifelong endeavor, and appreciate your gracious understanding. And I end with a quote. Imagine there's a radiant sun emanating from every cell in your body, and your mission today is to share that radiance and brighten the days of others. And then, of course, my sign off, onward and upward together. Matt Drinkon, coach to high performers, entrepreneur, email address, working together to achieve your goals and dreams. Proud to be a front row dad with the hyperlink. So you can check out the front row dads. Always talk about the front row dads. Major impact in my life. Love the front row dads. Helped me be a great family man with a business. And then click here to listen to the Eternal Optimist podcast. Right. So that's the auto reply email for anyone outside of my coaching organization. Right. And just a couple thoughts around this, around setting these boundaries. How many times, if you're listening to this, you might be a business, you might be at home, you might have, let's just say that you do get emails, or let's say that you do get a lot of dings on your phone. Yeah, but let's say specifically email right now. Whenever I used to get an email, it would come through on my BlackBerry back in the day, and now on my Apple iPhone. And when it comes through now, I used to have a little notification. I would get like a little vibration in the phone in my pocket, and that would instantly, I'd grab the phone in my back pocket, I'd look at it, and there it is. There's that notification. There's that email, and I would, respond to it pretty quickly, delete it, or it would sit there, right? Well, I view emails as someone else's to-do list. It's not my priority list. It's their priority list. If they're a client, it's a priority to me. If it's an opportunity for business or to serve someone, it might be something that takes priority for me. That's not fair. It's not fair for my kids, not fair for my wife. It's not fair for my current clients that everyone else is demanding of the time, and I'm taking the time to respond to everyone, taking the time to respond to everyone. So my thought is that every client that I have knows my email response time because I set that expectation clearly when we on board together. The thing is, if they're not a client, they wouldn't know this, that if your email is important to me, if it's something that will break into the priorities of my list of my priority hierarchy, I will respond pretty quickly. That doesn't mean that your email, if you send me one, is not important and you're not important. It simply means that I have a high priority on these things over here, and I don't have time to respond to every single person that comes through. If I'm getting 40 emails a day, 200 emails a week, right there, and instantly, about 10% of those, 20 of those are from clients that I want to, need to, and I'm going to respond to as quickly as I possibly can. And then there are probably for the rest of the week like 150 emails that might used to have merited 1 second or 1 minute or 2 minutes of attention. If you do 1 minute of attention or 2 minutes of attention, good morning, Phil. You do 1 or 2 minutes of attention to 150 emails. That right there, if you do the math, 150 minutes. Okay, 150 emails, 2 minutes. That's about 300 minutes. That right there alone is 5 hours. And it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but 5 hours over a year is 250 hours. 250 hours in someone else's to-do list. Now, some of those things I might like to do, but this is the secondary emails I'm talking about, not the primary, most important ones, not the ones from top level clients. These are just random other things, right? So with those emails that come out there, I want to be very timely with how I do it. So the way that I do that, it used to be anytime I got a ding in an email, instantaneously, attention, 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 right? Even if it was only 5 seconds, it was attention. And it stopped me from doing what I was doing. Stop there, go back to here. Stop there, go back to here. And if I want to focus here in the live stream or focus on a person I'm on a conversation with, how disrespectful is it to that person if I am on this email or I'm on the call with you, I'm on the live stream with you, and all of a sudden my eyes are over here looking behind the camera and I'm silently on autopilot talking to you, but replying to emails. All right. That happens all the time in corporate America. It happens all the time in small business. It happens all the time with a lot of people that they get the ding on their phone, that dopamine hit. Ooh, something exciting, attention, attention. Right. So that was the way it used to be. Now, Here is how you might set a boundary with care, my friend. Set the boundary with care. If you have my email address, which I know at least 3 of you that are on the live stream right now have my email address. If you have my email address, just shoot me an email and see what the response is. I just set this up this morning, so I don't know how you are going to respond to this. So I'm open to any feedback you might have. But I'd love for you to send me an email and tell me whether it's now or whether it's through text or whether you email it back to me. What is your experience of receiving my auto reply email? I'm curious about that because this is how you set a boundary with care and you get back a little bit of your time, or you get back a little bit of your time with empathy and care and love. I want to share with you that I'm always working on creating healthy boundaries with my time, energy, and bandwidth, a lifelong endeavor. And I appreciate your gracious understanding, right? Thank you for your email. I typically check email a couple times a day. Now that right there, checking email a couple times a day, that's the new that's the new thing for me. It used to be instantaneous response, and now it's a couple times a day. Couple times a day. And those couple times, now that Julie is home after the 7 days out, I'm going to be back to more of a normal schedule for me, or what I would call normal, which is I will check email and respond to emails between 8:30 and 8:45 in the morning for about 15 minutes. So imagine if I've got 25 or 30 emails and I've got a 15-minute window that I've dedicated to respond to emails, right? Well, that means that some of them are going to get a quick instant delete. Some of them are going to get the response, and some of them may not even get attention because they're not in that purview of the people that have priority in my life, right? So sometimes I used to get distracted by any message that came through, any email that came through. I had to read the whole thing just to make sure I grab the information. Well, I don't need all that information. I don't need all those extra emails and all those extra communications necessarily. So I'm not going to respond to all of them, right? So a quick reminder that if you need immediate assistance or for the quickest response times, text me. If you really need that response as quick as possible, text me. Every person in my world that I choose to let in, that I want to do business, that has also hired me to do business, every person that's in my world there has my cell phone and they have the ability to text me. And that's a filter I want to set up that if it's that high of a priority, just shoot me a text. Because the text is well, I guess the phone is right here with the Instagram, but the text, it's always here with me, always here with me, right? Now, if my mom text or Julie text or the school for any of my kids calls, those are the 4 people that will break through my do not disturb. That if I'm on coaching calls or speaking or at some type of event, those are the only 4 numbers that will break through my do not disturb barrier and get to me when I'm on a call, right? That's a boundary right there. All right, imagine you're doing a one-on-one with a teammate, or you're talking to someone, and you're learning something, you're listening to someone on Zoom, whatever it is, and you're getting texts, and the speaker is speaking, and all of a sudden you just keep looking down over and over, looking down, doing texts. Highly unprofessional. It's not active listening. So, so I would invite you to do the following, my friends. Set up a boundary with care in the following manner that I learned a long time ago and finally was triggered again by Miss Julie Riesler when I was connected with her and shot her an email and I got the auto reply. So thank you, Julie, you didn't even know you were teaching me that, but you did, and I appreciate you for it. I'm looking forward to having you on the show and being on your show. It's gonna be awesome. So that's all I've got for you today, my friends, on setting boundaries with care, one granular step at a time. And that one step for me today was doing the email. And it took probably like 12, 13 minutes to do the whole thing and set it up. I basically copied and pasted Julie's and then switched the word to be more reflective of my personality. And that's what it is. I had more trouble or more time trying to copy and paste it from my actual email to this other box over here. That's what took most of the time. All right, the technology part. So, team, thanks so much for tuning in today on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. I will read that quote one more time because I feel it's very pertinent. The quote: "Imagine there's a radiant sun, and it's emanating from every cell in your body. Mission today is to share that radiance with share that radiance. If you're a leader in your campaign with a mission and eyes set to, for example." Or if you're a leader in any business or in any walk of life, or if you are a leader of one, just leading yourself for the day, Let that radiant sun emerge and let it brighten the days of others and share it today. Let's go share that positive, share that energy, my friends. All right. Love you all. Make it a great day. Look forward to connecting here soon. Take care. Bye. All right. We'll turn off the Insta. We'll turn off the YouTube. Fun time on the YouTube today. We locked on